Caught me at a loss when I'm down. Cover up the cost with a frown, but it's alright. Call you from the wrong side of town, all to make a break from the crowd. Waste of time.
This is Matt from Cicadastone. We have a new single coming out called "In the Crossfire." We're pretty excited to finally get it out there, and it's out through XMusic. And take it away, Kris.
Beautiful, Matt. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, brother.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So, as you say, man, Cicadastone premiere your latest single, "In the Crossfire" by Heavy this Friday. So, tell us a bit about the song.
It's just, it's one of these riffs I had lying around for a long time. I couldn't really do anything with it, and then one day it just sort of all happened in half an hour. I just bashed this song together and jotted out these lyrics, and I just sort of found my focus, and it all came together really, really fast, and we demoed the song, and it was like the last song that we wrote for the record. But it's probably the most sort of radio-friendly rock single we've got.
Yeah.
So it worked out pretty good.
Cool. Now, I know she's coming out with a film clip, mate, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So how does it tie in with the song?
Yeah, the video, it's a hard one, when you're trying to make videos, you're always trying to think of the next fucking thing. Sorry, excuse me.
You can swear as much as you like,
can
bro.
make. The next thing you can do, the next idea, and I really didn't have much of an idea. So we were just looking at the concept of conflict being, taking the title of the song, rather than delving into the lyrics, just sort of keeping it pretty broad, And we found this awesome old school like World War One movie, and we just kind of used footage from that, and it looks fantastic. Just being caught in some sort of conflict, directly straight conflict, basically life and death stuff. And we've just cut between scenes of the band and scenes of that, and it brushed up really great.
Yeah, cool. And "In the Crossfire" is the lead single from your new album Future Echoes. So why choose that song to represent the album?
I just think it's the most obvious forefront song to push. It's got the pace, and we're predominantly a band that generally doesn't push pace. We love our sludgy, slow riffs. So the label were very eager to push the faster pace song. So I think it was a pretty obvious choice. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy it's going to be the first song.
Yeah, cool. Well, tell us a bit more about Future Echoes then, bro, and what you're going for musically over the whole album.
Well, yeah, look, it's a different album to our first two records. Anyone who's heard our stuff, each record kind of takes on a bit of its own form, and I think, the first record did its thing. The second record was a little darker and slower, and this record's sort of borrowed a bit of both. I've purposely tried to put a bit more pace into it, because I think we really lacked that, which was a good thing for us because it's something new. But the songs are, they just intertwine really nicely, and it's a bit of a journey, this record. Overall, I think it's probably sonically our best sounding record. I think it's probably pushing boundaries like the last record did, probably even a bit further. There's some really angry stuff, there's some really light stuff, and it's what you'd expect from us if you've heard us before. But I think just a bit more, that next step.
Yeah, cool. Can we elaborate on that a bit more, mate, and go a bit deeper? Like you said, pushing the boundaries. Like in what way?
Just riffs, just bigger riffs, bigger riffs. I've tried to push my vocal a bit more in spots. I always generally sing in my comfort zone. So to try and get out of that was quite hard for me. Okay. You leave yourself pretty vulnerable, but it's when you do it, it's great because you can look back and you grow as you do these things. So yeah, I think we've pushed boundaries as far as sonics. I think the album itself sounds fantastic. It's brushed up really great. The riffs there's some really big riffs. There's a couple of really big sludgy riffs, which kind of leans on the second record. and then some of the melodies of that I've borrowed from the first record, just tapping back into that, just some of the color of the first record, I think. So it really is a blend of these records, but it's its own thing as well. It definitely takes on a few. There's a couple of songs. There's a song called Fear Within Our Grasp, which is probably the heaviest song we've ever sort of heaviest and slowest and sludgiest song we've ever had. So I'm really excited to come with people to hear it.
Yeah. And when's it actually coming out, bro?
It's coming out the end of May, May 31st, I think it is.
Very sweet.
So get ready for it.
Get ready, motherfucker. And the press release alludes to it being a new chapter in the band's history. Like, how so?
Oh, the next phase, my son's drumming with us now, which is really awesome. He came on board kind of we were in a bit of a dire spot, our last drummer, it just wasn't working out for him, and we were literally set up to record. Like, we were in the studio and had a drum kit set up, and he pulled the pin, and and it's okay. He needed to do that. The timing wasn't great, but he needed to do that. And my son, he's grown up listening to all my stuff. He's listened to the bands I've listened to growing up as well, and so he just kind of we just tried him out for one night. We just got him in there and said, "Here's the song, and have a go." And he just instantly nailed it. He knew exactly what to do, and it was great. So we did the whole record with him, and he stuck around, and he's just added a real new, what could I say? There's a real youthful sort of push again with this band, which is great. And it's a new chapter because it's a new album, straight up. It's another part of the legacy, I guess, for any band when they commit to a record and release it. It's part of their history.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of it, really.
Sweet. Now, Future Echoes is your first album with your new label XMusic, mate. So how has that relationship been developing?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, Tim, we've known Tim for quite a few years, and we put our last record out through another label, and Tim was just always just kind of keeping an eye on us. And when we went our separate ways from that label, I just shot him a message and said, "Hey, would you be interested in putting out our record?" And he was like, "Absolutely, I'd be interested in putting out your record." So it just kind of happened real easily, and it was it's been very cohesive, and we've been working together. It's been great. He's fantastic. The whole label's great.
Oh. Now, we sort of touched on this briefly, mate, but I want to dive into it a bit deeper here. Like, how would you say Cicaдаstone's sound has changed musically from your debut Chance Collide in 2016 through to Future Echoes?
Yeah, look, I just think the riffs have gotten a bit heavier. The production's gotten better, that's for sure. But you can tell it's the same band. It's like there's differences, but there's not we're not changing. We're not trying a different genre or anything. Like, we're sticking to what we do, and because we do it quite naturally. It's not like we try to write songs and to deliver something. They just come out very naturally. So, I mean, how does it differ to the first record? I think the riffs are bigger, and the production is better, and probably the vocal melodies kind of explore just a bit further overall. But I really love that first record. It was, a big moment in my life.
I suppose too, like with your son coming into the band, you mentioned like that injection of youth. Like these days, like with music trends, I guess, and the fashions in music changing daily. Like having someone young there that's sort of got their finger on the pulse with that a bit too, it'll help you moving forward.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. He's always showing me new bands that I've never heard of, and because I'm stuck in my ways. I'm still stuck in 1995.
You and me both.
But he'll always, he'll show me some new band, and there's so much cool stuff out there, and he incorporates a lot of this stuff into the way he drums, and it's great. It's just when we were recording, he would, because I was producing the record, he would obviously do the things I was asking of him, but then he would throw in stuff and go, "What about this? And what about that?" And I'd be like, "That's fucking great. Do more of that. I didn't even think of that." So, that's the beauty of someone fresh coming in with fresh ideas and I guess a whole different perspective.
Looking through your gigs coming up, bro, you've got one at Stay Gold in Melbourne on July the 18th with the Midnight Devils, Shotgun Mistress, and label mates Excalibur. Like that sounds like she's going to be a cracker of a night.
Yeah, that's was it July 18th? That one?
July
I can't
18th, yeah.
remember. Yeah, July 18th. There's that one. We actually have our album launch before that in May. We're having our album launch on May 31st, the day of the album release.
Well, let's talk about that one first, then, mate, because that one's more important.
Well, that one is more important, but actually more important than that one is this Saturday night we're actually playing at the Tote upstairs for the single release of In the Crossfire. So that's the most important. But the album launch will be important because we're going to put a lot of effort into that. It's going to be a big gig at the Leadbeater Hotel in Melbourne.
Well, it sounds like you got a bit coming up live, mate. So where can people keep up to date with it? Like, where's the best place to?
The best place to keep up with us, probably on the socials these days, isn't how it works?
Yeah, it is, mate. But yeah, I'm not a very social person, so I got no fucking idea.
We've got one of those link trees.
Yep.
Link tree Cicadastone. You can find us. You can find everything about us on there. Anything to do with videos, social media, video. I said videos, didn't I? YouTube. It's the actual website. Do people have websites anymore? I don't know.
I use it, so I fucking hope so.
It's on the link tree, Cicadastone link tree. Find it on the web somewhere.
Beautiful, brother. All right. Well, thanks very much for your time today, Matt.
Absolutely. Can't wait for all that. Thanks so much for your time.
Caught me at a loss when I'm down. Cover up the cost with a frown, but it's alright. Call you from the wrong side of town, all to make a break from the crowd. Waste of time. Needle and a thread for a crown. Sell it how it is in denial and stick my eye. See you as the sun setting down, turning on the old carousel around in style. Couldn't be caught up in the crossfire. Shouldn't have thought outside the box now. Couldn't be caught up in the crossfire. Wouldn't have thought to blind the truth though somehow. Tell me now to just settle down, only for a chance to be found to justify. Hard to celebrate all around. Wait another turn underground to say goodbye. Guilt to keep us all getting out. Fear the unknown when in doubt, but it's so fine.